you know what? Since we already talking, welcome to No Ideas Original Sports. I'm here with my man Theo and Reem again.
Yes,
Everybody came
yes.
back together. How we
Yes,
all
sir.
doing, man?
No complaints, man.
Yeah, pretty good, man.
Yeah, man. We got a few things to talk about, interesting in sports, some funny stuff. I
Hmm.
had some regular stuff to talk about, but there's so much more stuff talking, so we could just talk about all the stuff. You guys seen that Canelo and Plant press conference? What did y'all think of that whole thing? Because I don't know, man.
I don't think it's fake.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's the first.
that I don't think. Yeah,
That
it
was the
certainly
first
didn't
question.
look fake.
Like, so we think it is legitimate dislike for each other.
Yeah, I think so.
So, do you think that helps anybody in this? Like, is that going to fire somebody up? Because I don't know, man. I think Canelo will win that fight, but I don't think it's going to be easy.
I
Uh,
don't know. I like Plant. I don't know if I like him enough to say he's gonna win, but I like him. Um, I don't think the press conference thing is gonna have any, significance in the outcome of the fight. I think Canelo is still gonna win. If these guys need stuff like that at this point to get extra motivated, then it's already a problem. You already lost if you need that to get extra motivated.
right,
The way I
right.
see it.
Well, I'll put it like this. Did you notice how quickly Canelo weaved out his punch and countered him?
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
so so imagine that with no slacks and shoes and a button-up shirt and a tie on. You know, Plant's in trouble, man. Plant, see what it is. See, Plant don't have no power to keep Canelo off of him or have Canelo respect his power. He got skills, but
yeah.
Canelo's seen him before. Canelo's seen the guy before in the ring, so he ain't bringing nothing new to the game, so to speak. So I think I got Canelo in 8 rounds, man. They ain't going 12.
What you saying is Plant might have showed his best work at the press conference.
There you go. Exactly. 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 That's what I think, man. Good fighter, man. Top 10 fighter in the class, though, but he not being Canelo.
Yeah, sticking on the theme of fighting, man. Like we was just running down this whole Anthony Joshua thing, man. I mean, I don't understand what the whole concept of the thought process of losing all that weight was, and the guy just flat out outboxed him. I mean, what's next for Anthony Joshua?
I don't know. Like we were discussing beforehand, the guy definitely has talent, and he has the physique, that's for sure, right? The physical tools. But to me, he just looked too happy to lose. Granted, there's nothing you can do about it once the fight is over, right? But you're gonna
Right.
fight him again, on the spot. So I get that part of it, and I'm not saying he shouldn't show sportsmanship. That much I do like about him, but at the same time, the guy just beat you, and you smiling, giggling. He just seemed too happy about it to me. I don't know if he lost some of that fire or not.
That's definitely fair to say. I think I saw a few press conference pictures and videos when these guys hugging day before the fight, hugging the press conference, taking pictures together. Yeah, I don't mean like, face to face. I mean like, just regular pictures for the fans, stuff like that. I had concerns going to the fight when I noticed he lost the weight weeks ago when he was training. I didn't like that. He didn't stay to his strength, but it's his size, his weight, and his power. And even Otis said after the fight that when I saw it in a few days ago, he said Joshua hurt him a few times.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
a few times he said it. So imagine if Joshua was his normal size going to the fight. Could be a different outcome, man. But I don't like fighters who change their game plan for their body wise. Your body's your strength, man. I'm Joshua, man. Get big again. Go back to 235, wherever he was, man, and try to get a rematch, man. So
to me, I mean, for one thing, it's kind of crazy. I would have thought that he probably would have had that written in there, but you never know. But I couldn't see nobody besides the loser of the Wilder Fury fighting him because whoever
yeah,
wins out of Wilder Fury, they're gonna try to fight for the belts. That's a
yeah.
given. I wouldn't take no chance fighting Joshua in between or giving him that shot. So the only thing left for him to fight is the loser of the Fury Wilder fight.
Plus, do you think is Joshua like a big money draw? Because like you said, why even fight him if you're the winner and it's not even about money? I don't know if Joshua's a huge money draw either.
Not happy Joshua. Nobody want to see that. No,
right.
bouncing
Um,
around.
I think Joshua does have a rematch clause. I think he mentioned it a few times, a rematch clause. What Joshua has is Eddie Hearns, man. He has a better machine behind him than Wilder does, Ruiz, or any other
Yeah,
heavyweight fighter in that division. So as long as he has Eddie Hearns, like you said, this guy's signed to a lifetime contract deal. He has a bigger machine behind him. So if it's about money, it's gonna be a rematch, though. That's for sure. It's about the belts. Yeah, I'll see also probably fighting the winner of the Fury fight against Wilder.
yeah. And that fight is a toss up. Who knows? Fury could come in. He's talking about losing weight. Wilder could come in there with a suit of armor again or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly,
Somebody
man.
got tired on the walking.
Yeah, of course, man.
Just think how crazy that sounds to say that you got tired on the walking. Yeah,
His legs were shot before the
yeah.
fight even
Fight
started.
could go 10. It's a 10-round fight, and you was tired. How long did it take him to? It wouldn't even take. It can't took him 3 minutes to walk down to the ring with that thing.
Yeah,
Because I
So
think he was saying that he had to put it on like extra early because there's so much armor he had on. So he's in the back putting on armor for an hour.
So he thought he was. So he might have thought he was fighting the Avengers or something. He's going to be a part of the Avengers. He was
something,
Iron Man
man.
or something.
I don't know, man. But it was a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake. And then you know what? He had to mind his corner to tell him like, listen, dude, you look ridiculous. Take that off, man. It's too heavy. You got 40 pounds of your body walking. Take a 3 minute walk to the ring. And then get in the ring and go over the rope and having it on and showcasing it. Come on, man.
And
Get
I
a
think
roll, man.
they were saying because of the mask, it even presented like breathing problems too, right? Because he had a full mask on.
Exactly. Exactly. So he did it to himself, man.
Yeah. He should have just painted it red and yellow or something.
Right. Crazy, man.
I want to see him come out there with the Mike Tyson trunks on. Because remember, Tyson used to come out with like a towel
Yeah.
over his shoulder,
Yeah,
and just
that's
wear
it.
black trunks.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it, man.
Come out there because I don't want that excuse again. If we
Right.
lose again, I don't want it to be no armor,
Mm-hmm.
no any of that stuff. Just come out there with a towel.
Right.
Nothing will carry you in, so you don't even have to walk.
Yeah, that could
Right.
be walking. Come in with like one of them things where they carrying the wood like the Egyptian jump
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right into the ring. No excuses or something.
None, man.
Yeah, that'll be interesting, man. So, listen, we got another guy in sports getting another chance, man. Josh Gordon. I was telling somebody that ought to tell you how good Josh Gordon either actually is or he got some of the best friends in the league. We need to meet him. For him to get 6 shots after all those time to be in the league. There's dudes that came out of college that look great. All types of players never get that amount of shots. He on the 6th try and going to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, he must have Tim Tebow's agent or something.
Yeah, right. Somebody.
Because I'm glad to see him getting another shot. I just hope, and again, like you said, 6 times. So we've been through this 5 times already. But I hope this time that he stays clean and does what he's supposed to do, and just performs on the field because he has talent. Like you said, nobody's giving him all these shots because he doesn't have talent.
Right.
So I'm
Yeah.
hoping he just plays his game.
Yeah, the skills are there, and he's still in shape, obviously. So he's getting good chances. He's still in good shape. Maybe he's a good guy off the field. Some guys is good guy off the field, despite the demons they have off the field. And so maybe that could be it though. So him being a nice person, I guess, off the field, and him still being in shape and still showing some flashes of what he used to be. I can see why people will go give him a chance.
Yeah.
Look at my man for the Cowboy, Randy Gregory, man.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's playing well right now for my team right now. So he has, I guess, 3 chances too, man. So he's doing well too, man. So
yeah, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, exactly.
You got this guy in the Raiders, Darren Waller, who was saying he goes every state he goes into meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think Gordon just needs to be around the right people.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
Yeah, if the Chiefs or any team that really wants him to be there, they're gonna have to assign somebody to him or something, or whatever. Keep track of him.
You know what, Kenya? That's good because that what the Cowboys did with Des Bryant, man. When they drafted him, yeah, have a chaperone, man. They ain't play with now, man. You know what I'm saying? You still mature, man. In certain ways, we don't trust you by yourself, man. So
Yeah.
you have a chaperone.
That's a good point.
You know what's interesting about that? We talking about second chances. Remember, Des Bryant got a shot last year, but we don't see him back either. Des Bryant didn't get a
Yeah.
shot, so he's probably done. And you know what's kind of strange that who hasn't got a shot? That I don't know what happened with him, but with all these running backs and people getting hurt, nobody's checking on Adrian Peterson. Nobody's
Right.
I would think he would get a shot, like you said.
Yeah, nobody's checking on him. Quarterback's getting hurt. I don't know what Cam did. He's not. Nobody's checking on him. So it's interesting. Whatever they need to do. They need to hire Josh Gordon's agent. That's what they need to do. Maybe he gives somebody some gigs or something because those brothers is just out.
Yeah, I totally forgot about AP not being in the league. Man.
Yeah,
Wow.
AP not in the league. That was just surprising. I think, to me, to some extent, listening to Cam, he seemed like he might just be resigned to the fact that it might be over. He don't seem like he's overly pressed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be a sub, and he's got enough money. He don't seem like he cares either way. He seems like the type of person that might end up being like behind the scenes or being in front of the camera, ESPN or something like that, talking one of those football shows. I can see him doing that.
Yeah, he's a personable guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kim is at the point in his career where he's trying to win a championship, at least be on a competitive team, at least.
Yeah.
He don't want to go to the Redskins, like the Redskins, or the Texans like that. You don't want to do that, man. Then you get hurt then you really might get hurt. It could really be over. You know, so if you get hurt, at least get hurt for a team who's contending for a chip or at least a playoff spot.
Yeah. You know what's interesting? I couldn't believe it, but I'm glad to see he expanded himself. So you know how Nate Burleson is on, he's on like a couple of football shows.
Yeah, man, he's doing it.
Dude, you know Nate Burleson is on Channel 2 in the morning now?
Yeah.
I was like, is that Nate Burleson? Yeah.
And you know what, Kay? He's on a variety show too, man. I seen it too as well. Yeah, he's on like 4 or 5 different shows, man. He's on 2 shows outside of the sports shows, man. I seen him, man. Yeah, man. So he's doing it.
Man, so what do you guys think of the season so far? I mean, the Jets got a win today, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Right.
Like biggest surprise for me is probably the Chiefs being 2-2 now. But I actually think this may be good for them if they get into the playoffs, right? I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. The reason why I say it's good is now because coming into the season for the last few years for them, there's always that pressure of, are we going to go 16-0? Probably more so from the outside than within. But are they going to go 16-0 and this, that? But now they don't have to worry about any of that, the whole perfect season. And so now they're going through their adversity early. Does that mean they'll, be seasoned by the time playoffs roll around, assuming they get in?
Yeah, I think the Cardinals are a very dangerous team from what I've seen today, man.
Yeah.
They really saying smashed out the Rams early out the gate. Yeah. Wasn't even a contest, man. No. So they're looking very scary, man, on both ends of the ball. My Cowboys just playing pretty well.
I like your team.
Yeah, they're playing pretty well. Certain teams always have talent, but don't be coached up.
Yeah.
I think this is the first time in a long time where we got a guy who coaches these guys up. Yeah, I know Dan Quinn's a good coach. Came from Seattle with the Legion of Boom. I know he went to the Super Bowl with the Falcons.
Yeah.
But he's a football coach. And he's an upgrade from what we had last year with Mike Nolan. And like I said, the talent is the same guys are there from last year, man. Yeah. Except for a few guys here and there. But these guys getting coached up and know what they do on the field. And we pretty healthy too as well. I think Kellen Moore. Who I probably with Kellen Moore is actually, running the ball more.
Yeah.
Because, what I'm saying? Because, feed Zeke, man. Because, the last few years when we hired him, it'd be, second and third in the red zone. He's going shotgun. Like, what are you doing, man? We got Zeke and Pollard right here. Second and 3, we win the football. I'm most like that, man. I ain't passing the ball, man. I form, single back. I'm running football, second and 3. But he goes shotgun. But now I see him at least run the ball shotgun formation, or at least giving Zeke the ball on second and third. So that's what it is for my Cowboys. So they're playing well, man. So few guys out right now though, but right now we're playing pretty good.
You know who's surprising me too? The Raiders. Is John Gruden finally turning the corner? Those guys listen to what he had to say, or what's happening with them this year? That they play. I know the defense is definitely better because it had to get better. It couldn't get any worse than what it was. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm surprised they turned. They look like they're turning the corner. They got rid of some of the older guys, like receivers and stuff. They trust in the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like to me that Derek Carr has less pressure on him this year than he usually has, or something. And it might, who knows? It might be one of those situations where if he doesn't win this year, he might not be on the on the team next year.
It seemed like it was trending in that direction heading into the season.
Right.
You know, they were kind of like looking at him to take that next level, the next step.
You know, the Raiders are like the West Coast version of the Cowboys. That's what they are. They're the Cowboys, but on the west side of the football. And you know, Gruden was outdated. I think Gruden changed his philosophy. You know what I'm saying, as far as football wise, because he's old school, man. You know, running football, iPhone, going big. I think through the off season, having a tough year last year, probably opened his mind to against new things, so to speak. And now you see against the more open offense, these guys going shotgun, the ball's going more downfield more often.
Yeah.
And you see Derek Carr playing great right now. So I think him being outdated the last few years and him being open-minded to new things is good for the team.
Yeah, I think
that's true.
They go out and draft, like you said, speed this year. Go out and draft speedy receivers that can stretch the field and stuff like that.
Right.
So
another takeaway for me is just how bad the rookie quarterbacks are playing. You know, all these guys seem to be off. I don't know what's going on. I'm a Jets fan. Wilson, he seems to be all over the place. We got that win today, like you said, but Lawrence, I don't know. These guys are struggling. It's not only their fault, but they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised to see that none of them actually have more touchdowns than interceptions. Even Mac Jones has two TDs and 3 interceptions.
Right.
So none of them really have more. This guy. What the funniest thing is, this guy won today too. The Bears won.
Yeah, Fields
won today, so that was long with. But I think for Lawrence, I think they don't have enough talent around him. And then when his running mate at Clemson went down, Etienne, before the season started.
Yeah.
I think that hurt like
right. I forgot about that.
They don't have a lot of talent. And then that other receiver, I think DJ Chark or whatever, he went down. Like, and the only receiver they have is Marvin Jones, and Marvin Jones is what, the second receiver on Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
That's their top receiver. So
right.
And it's crazy because coming into the season, we kind of touched on it, whether Lawrence should even be starting, just simply to, like, whether you trying to get this guy killed or not in his first season.
Yeah.
Like, looking at it now, hindsight is 2020, but they may have been better off just sitting him and waiting for the talent to get a little better before just throwing him out there.
Yeah.
I almost feel like Wilson is in a similar position because the Jets' offense is, I don't know. So Robert Saleh, these guys, they need it's still the same predictable offense to me. And I think Wilson has a much better arm than Donald. We got to let this guy at least air it out a couple of times. But their offense right now is predictable.
So
yeah, I'm sorry, Kat. Well, for what I've seen, I like all the quarterbacks. I like Wilson for the Jets. I like what I've seen. I like Lawrence and these guys. But sometimes play calling could play a big part of these guys' development too. With play calling, and if you like the Jets, for example, help the kid out, do some more, screens, halfback screens, tight end screens, wide receiver screens.
Yeah.
If you're passing the ball, go big.
Yeah.
We got 2 or 3 guys out. Protect them, instead of having 4 guys. Instead of going 4 wide, just go 2 wide, two receivers and a tight end. Don't go 4 wide. Because your line ain't that good yet to protect the kid from getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what? You throw the ball, go big. And it might open, throw the ball away, punt the ball, man. You know? Go start Agent Peterson, man.
And it's crazy, too, because, why are you throwing these 5? He's having an interception problem. I'd rather him throw the ball 40, 50 yards down the field and get intercepted. Then throw the ball 5 yards and get intercepted.
Yeah. running for his life too at that. So
Yeah.
that's why, come on.
Exactly. But I will say this: I do think he's got a much better arm than Sam Darnold had.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though Darnold's winning, Darnold might be a prime example of the fact that they got more talent around in Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Agree.
Yeah. So we turning the corner on the the baseball playoffs, man. You got the right hat on, Theo.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you right now, Aaron Boone, man. Yesterday we run him out of could have got ran out of town. I don't know why Montgomery was still in the game. I don't think anybody could explain why Montgomery was in the game. I don't even. Does anybody know what his explanation was why Montgomery was still in the game? Like I don't get that at all.
I'm gonna let Ring go first before I say I gotta say.
nah, I'll let you take this one, Theo.
Okay, it's not even about Montgomery because the Devil Rays have a very good lineup,
Yeah,
and they've been kicking out buds for quite some time.
yeah.
Okay, so that being said, when you're losing 12 zip, why would you waste a bona fide relief pitcher?
Yeah,
Your Ring come up from third base, hit the ball, go to the mound, and again throw softballs. Kayada, come on first base, here's the
yeah,
ball. You say you pitcher right now. We down 12 zip. It's in the eighth inning.
right.
I'm not gonna call in any a good reliever and waste them
Yeah.
and throw 50 pitches and we down 12 zip in the eighth inning. Come on now, what's Bone doing? What is he doing?
I don't
I
know.
don't get it, man. He's a bonehead manager, man. He's gonna hurt us down the line, man. He's gonna hurt us.
I got a feeling that if they don't advance to a certain point this year, he's not gonna be back next year.
They play on what, Tuesday, is it?
Yeah, we play Boston.
Boston.
At Boston.
If we lose Boston, he's fired.
Yeah, I would like to believe so. I hope so.
He's fired.
Yeah.
So
on that note, though, who would you replace him with?
I heard something crazy. I heard something crazy about Buck Showalter.
I'll take that in a minute. I'll take that.
I heard something about bringing possibly Buck Showalter back.
I'll take that. He's better than Boone. He's better than Boone.
Yep.
Now that's a baseball mind. He wouldn't waste on about a relief pitcher down 12 of eighth inning. That's for sure. That's for sure. He knows strategy baseball. I'll take that.
I don't think that was him. That's always the question when you fire somebody. Like, who's the replacement?
I'm gonna tell you a good replacement. You're gonna laugh. Brett Gardner. You're gonna laugh.
We finally get him off the field.
I'll tell you right. I'll tell you. In the next 5 years, watch him be a Yankee manager. I'll guarantee you. He got that look, that feel like he could be a manager, man. You know what I'm saying? I can see that happen next 5 years. And plus, with this guy Cashman around, Cashman trying to be that, that guy who coaches the team through somebody else, man. So
yeah,
I can see that happening too, man. But
you know what? I can see Gardner coaching.
Down the line for sure. I can see that.
I can see him coaching or something. He'll get unlucky and get the Mets job or something.
Listen, and here's the fact: the Mets haven't been the same since they wrongfully fired Willie Randolph. They ain't been the same. That's what they get. That's what they get. Think about it, my buck. Think about it.
They did do Willie dirty.
They did Willie dirty.
They did him real dirty.
Real dirty.
Yeah.
Since then, they ain't been the same.
They ran him out of town.
And he was playing great. He was playing great.
The thing that's funny is that Willie, you look at Willie's face, he was confused. Like, what happened? And the sad thing about it is, like anything else, I hate to say it, when you're black, you don't get a lot of other opportunities. Like, where's Willie now?
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
When we get fired, we don't just move on to the next job. Well, there's one person that does, and you'll laugh. You know who this is, Sleepy. You know who Sleepy is?
Dusty Baker?
Yeah.
Right, exactly. That's one.
Yeah, one. Sleepy gets jobs all the time.
All the time, man.
I can't believe he was sleeping in the dugout.
Listen, I ain't mad at him.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. He's 80 years old, man, almost.
Yeah, he gets jobs. I mean, rightfully so. Where he goes, they win. But he gets jobs. So who do you guys like coming out of the major leagues this year? Coming up. I mean, I would love to see San Francisco beat the Dodgers. just because I don't want to see the Dodgers win anything.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I would love to see that. I don't want to see the Dodgers win anything.
Right.
So that
Does that same thing apply with the Astros, where you don't want to see them?
I don't want to see the Astros win anything anyway.
The Astros have to lose.
And if the Yankees lose to Boston, I wouldn't mind seeing the White Sox.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. At least we get some people. Quietly, people don't realize San Francisco wins every couple of years. Quietly, people don't realize it. Like,
Yeah.
3 or 4 years past, they win.
That's true.
And 3, 4, 5 years past,
That's true.
Win. So they're usually around. Then it's like they have a couple of down years and they back at it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
The White Sox, this would just be a complete and utter change.
Well, you guys do know the hottest team right now is the Cardinals, man. They're like the Giants. Every so often, every few years, they do anything, man. They always been a competitive franchise anyway. That's for sure. But they're hot right now, man. The Cardinals, man, won 17 straight before they lost last week, a few days ago.
Yeah.
So going to postseason right now, they definitely hot right now.
I wouldn't mind seeing them win either.
Right.
Yeah, me either.
I don't mind that either. Just no Boston, no Astros, no Dodgers, man.
Yeah.
I'm good, man.
None of those.
To me, this is at least when baseball gets interesting now, because to start the season, I kind of like it. Right, a fresh season, and then for me it dies down. There's just so many games. It's hard for me to stay engaged for 162 games.
Right.
So I usually, start out strong, and then the middle of the season for me is a lapse until around this time.
Agree.
Yeah, it's just there's so much stuff going on. Except for at certain teams, like I'm not a Mets fan, but if you're a Mets fan, it's always interesting because they always gonna do something that makes no sense. So
yeah, they're gonna keep you entertained.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the field antics or off the field.
Thumbs down to the fans, all types of foolishness.
Yeah, I mean, who? I mean, you got guys who their first year playing in New York doing this stuff, man. Baez and Lindor, come on, man.
You gonna thumbs down the fans?
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
Yeah, you won't be here. Well, they locked in a Lindor. They
of
got
course,
no choice. He'll be there forever. Nobody's taking that deal.
Yeah, man. He runs the team. It's his team.
Yeah.
Whatever he wants. He wanted Baez. Look what they did. He got Baez.
Yep. So listen, we got the first NBA preseason game today. The Brooklyn Nets and the Lakers. And with maybe a preview. Obviously, the Lakers got the beating. That's what's expected, but that's nowhere near a real game or something. But on a bigger note, with the NBA, with all this vaccination stuff, you got Bradley Beal, you got Wiggins, you got Kyrie Irving. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts on this whole thing or something? Because it seems like it could get really out of hand. And right now we get into the start of the preseason, so I think the season starts the 30th or something like that, or 28th.
Yeah. End of the month.
Yeah. And Wiggins, I think, actually decided to get vaccinated. He got vaccinated.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he did. Once they started talking that you're not getting, your money, so he would miss literally half his check. Him and Kyrie, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Playing in California and New York. So I don't know if Wiggins wanted to take that hit. But in general, I think overall it's become like political. I don't know why now it's like a big announcement, whether you're vaccinated, not vaccinated. I don't know. It's a very political thing. I seen Draymond Green's take on it. He had a lot to say about it, but I think guys do reserve the right to do whatever they want. But at the same time, why go on this big, like I like, let's put it this way. I like LeBron's approach, right? Where LeBron just said, hey, I'm vaccinated and I'm not going to, and I'm not going to try to persuade anybody else to do it or any of that stuff. But on the flip side of that, I watched Bradley Beal's press conference about it. And he was questioning, well, what's the urgency? And I'm like, looking at it like 700,000 people in the United States alone died from it. So granted, you do whatever you want, but I think that's urgent enough. Let's put it that way. 700,000 people dying from it. And I think it's just become overly political now, not just in the NBA, but just in general.
It's good to see Wiggins get a shot. You know, I was up in the air myself. I understand how people feel about it. You know,
Yeah.
because it's really about the mandate more about anything else. You don't want to be forced to do anything in life.
Yeah, the
To tell you the
choice.
truth,
The choice.
right? So it's really about that more than anything else. Draymond Green made sense when he was talking about it.
Yeah.
You know, so he made some sense. He's talking about how he took the LeBron point about I'm not for anybody to take the shot.
Yeah.
Bill came out kind of uninformed.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
came out kind of uninformed. Like he told people in the hood. He said, saying what kind of conversations type thing. So.
Yeah.
But I think by season starts, both those guys will get their shots for sure. Kyrie and Bill, because them guys make a lot of money. And listen, man, if those guys miss 40 games out of 82, I ain't making the playoffs.
Now, does Bill? Because in Washington now, as far as I know, there's no mandate like there is in California and New York. So Bill, I don't know if he would be required to actually miss any games, would he? He just has to go through the extra testing and whatever the unvaccinated or vaccinated players protocol is, but I don't think he would miss any money. Whereas Wiggins and Kyrie would. They would miss half their salary.
It depends. Listen, it depends because I think they can still withhold your salary if you can't go to if Bill can't play against the Knicks and the Nets. I don't think they're gonna pay him.
No, I think he can because it doesn't apply to
only the residents.
Yeah, exactly. Only the home team players.
Okay, I know that.
Yeah, coming into New York to play against the Nets and Knicks, you don't have to be vaccinated like as the road team.
Okay. So
it's only required for the California and New York home teams.
It's funny. It's funny now that you said it. It has to be that way because then everybody would have to be vaccinated.
Yeah, everybody.
Right.
Okay. They would never be able to come into New York.
Yeah.
Trying to play against the Knicks and Nets.
Yeah. So that makes sense. I mean, I agree with what you said there. It's more so about the choice than anything. Mm-hmm. And Bill, he did seem like his whole thing seemed like disjointed, like he was a little confused or off base.
Yeah, he was asking like random questions that you could just Google.
Right, right.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, and you take the shot and you can still get it. And I'm like, yeah, everybody knows. I mean, you sound like this is the first time you heard of this.
Right. And they tell you that it's not going to prevent you from getting it. It's just that it helps you from fighting it.
Yeah, he just seems like
the fact that it's like 90-something%, at least I don't know about against Delta, but the first few strains, right? It's like 90-something% protective against it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, of course you can still get it. Everybody knows that.
Right, man. Come on.
When I look at it, even from a playoff person thing, is that nothing is really foolproof because you take the flu shot, people still get the flu, whatever. But if you tell me I'm gonna take the shot and you can at least kind of guarantee that I'm not gonna die,
right?
That's a different part of it.
Right.
Not getting it, okay. I'm pretty much sure that could happen. Because I've taken the flu shot before and got the flu, so anything they tell you that they're gonna give you that you think is gonna prevent something is not gonna stop it from happening. That's not gonna happen.
And the crazy thing now is with this one, right? In terms of, I don't know about long-term effects, right? Who does? I don't even think the doctors know about long-term effects. It is if there is any, but in terms of upfront being safe, they're not putting a live virus inside of you, right? Like they do with the flu shot. That's a live virus. With the mRNA, it's not a live virus. So they aren't injecting you with a weaker strain of COVID.
I think that would have probably changed a lot of people's decision process too. Because I don't know if I'm taking a chance, you trying to like the flu shot, people literally get like a mild case or sometimes the flu from getting
they give you a mild case, a mild strain of it. So you build up the antibodies. In this case, they're using different technology.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd have wanted to get injected with a live COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to get it.
I wouldn't have signed up for that one.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Let me get it to see if my body can fight it off. Yeah,
Yeah, in this case, they're basically just tricking your body into generating the proteins that fight it.
I mean, you look at all these players, and they got to be honest with themselves. If you ask them privately, did they want to do it? Half of them, or more than half, probably tell them no. But when it comes down to losing $20 million a year, 15, 10, and everything else, I mean, you're just not going to do it. Same thing like even a regular person with a job. You're not more than likely. It's tough, and people don't want to, but you're not going to really necessarily, unless you got like a big bunch of money on the side or something,
Right.
lose your job for the sake of not getting it.
Right.
It's just a tough decision. So it kind of puts people in a tough spot. Like, I got responsibilities and stuff.
And I think, like, I agree with the right to decide whatever you want to decide. I just think, like, when you use the platform, these athletes, right, when they use the platform and start spreading misinformation one way or another, I think is just harmful to everybody.
I'll tell you what, we're talking about people with the right to decide or something now. I don't think Ben Simmons has the right to decide not to show up. And I think they sent a good message to him too. Like, you can decide not to show up, and we decided not to send you that $8 million check. So let's see how long Ben Simmons decides that he ain't gonna show up when that second check don't show up. Because
you know what? I think he's gonna. I think he's gonna get traded.
Yeah,
But I think he may sit until it happens. I really believe that.
I think he has, like, don't get me wrong. I get some. No, I really don't. I'll be honest with you. You know how people say you get stuff? I don't get it, dude. You got to be tough. You went out there, you stunk, and people let you have it. That happens all the time, dude. Whether you play in the park, play in the gym, any sport, anything. If you stink, people gonna let you know about it. If you can't handle the fact that you did bad and people let you know about it, now you want to leave? You think you're gonna go to another team and you're gonna stink and they're gonna be like, oh no, that's Ben. Just clap for him anyway. He stinks, but come on, dude. And he's willing to go anywhere. You know how people usually want to get traded to a destination? He's just running. Yeah,
I can see him. I can see him going to Minnesota or something where, like, the expectations over there are pretty low.
Dude, the crazy thing is those dudes could have got James Harden for him. They declined trading him for James Harden for a dude who can't stand getting booed. He can't even make a layup or take a jump shot in the playoff. He looks scared.
Yeah, it was the Trae Young non-dunk attempt for me, with Trae Young standing under there, all 5'11" of them, 140-pound Trae Young, and you 6'10" or whatever it is, 240 pounds.
You know what Giannis would have did if Trae Young was standing there?
He just wanted to put him through the basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think he's just running from it. And like you said, no matter where you go, the hoop is still 10 feet. The free throw line is still, the free throw line. You got to work on your game. That's the bottom line. I see him doing everything else, like in terms of what he posts on social media, except working on his game. Everybody else, you see clips of them, their workout regimen over the summer. What you see from Ben Simmons?
Shooting threes and making them.
Yeah.
but not in a real game. I don't get that. He in the YMCA playing against me, you, and Kenyatta, and Rob, and Shannon and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Killing.
You know what I'm saying? And Z, and he busting ass shooting threes and making them. But in being caught, he ain't taking no attempts. Dude, you pay for the Philadelphia 76. You pay for Philly.
Yeah.
You play in Philly. What do you expect? What do you expect? Philly, New York, LA. Look what LA did. Look at what LA did to Schroeder. They got him out of there.
Yeah.
Hit $84 million. You said no. You stuck it up. Get up out of here. Come on, man. Ask Charlton for the Knicks. Come on, man.
He's not built for that. Somebody was
exactly
for Kyrie, dude. You know what happened? This dude get in there playing with Durant and Harden, and he start acting like that. It'll be a fist fight in the locker room or something.
And the crazy thing is, I like him. I think the dude has a bunch of talent. I think it's more mental than anything else.
Yeah. I think the problem what he's doing is terrible. Like, it had like, okay, when Anthony Davis said he didn't want to play there, right? He hurt the Pelicans, but the Pelicans were smart enough to not take that much because the Lakers' first offer was better than their second offer. Ben Simmons, people ain't even trying to give up stuff for him. Like, what do you give up right now for Ben Simmons? Don't tell me about what you think he's going to become. I'm not trading for what you think he's going to become. I'm trading for who the guy is today.
Right.
So you're not going to get these players. I mean, you need to go someplace that got deep guys on the bench. Like they talking about they want two starters and 5 picks. And I'm like, you should talk to Houston and see if they got that for James Harden. If they got 5 picks and 2 starters. Yeah, they got picks, but they ain't getting who did they get as a starter? Who did they even get from the Nets as a player? Houston.
I don't even know.
Exactly. So if for James Harden,
right,
we couldn't get that. You didn't get this for you. They didn't get that for Anthony Davis. Did they get 5 picks and 2 NBA starters for Anthony Davis?
Nope.
Yeah, they didn't.
And I'm talking about 2 dudes that's easily in the top 10 in the NBA.
Right.
And you want that for Ben Simmons?
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, how about show these guys his game for his last game tape, and see if that guy's worth 5 picks and 2 starters. No, he's not.
Plus, the crazy thing is when you bring him over, you got to pay him too, right? Because Ben Simmons, he's getting paid. You know, I think I think they said 4 years, 170 something million.
Yeah, about to re up.
Yeah, he has a huge contract too, so you got to pay him. You're giving up all these assets for him, and then you got to pay him this massive amount of money too on top of it.
That's right.
For limited production.
Right.
If you think about it, right? Let's say he did start making some jump shots, right? Where do you project him out as a player? I mean, wouldn't that be the equivalent of Draymond Green making a few more jump shots? Like, when you look at Ben Simmons and you see what he does in the play, could Ben Simmons be a number 1 option on a team, like the man of a team?
No, I don't think so.
I mean, I don't even know if I think he could be a second option, but I don't even know if he's that great a second option.
Where I see him is like and that's kind of what he wants to be, but the dude is more like a glorified role player.
Yeah.
Meaning he can do a little bit of everything, but we want to see him because of his contract and everything else, because of where he was drafted. Usually those type of dudes are scorers. First. You got to get me at least 20 points if I'm giving you 177 million with 4 years left on the deal. You know, you're getting 30 million a season. You got to get me 20 plus. Well, but the dude is a hell of a defender, right? I would say he's one of the best defenders, if not the best perimeter defender in the league.
Yeah,
he's a good passer.
Yeah. But
it's just that the dude can't score. He can't shoot.
Think about it this way. We sit here about talking about Ben Simmons and we giving him all of this accolades because of what we think he could become and where he was drafted, right? But right now, if you look statistically about where he sits is like what he does in a game, what does he do better than, say, Spencer Dinwiddie? Spencer Dinwiddie gets more points and more assists. Would he get more rebounds than Spencer Dinwiddie that qualifies him for $170 million?
I don't even know if on the court he plays better defense, I guess, but I don't even know if he's technically better than Spencer Dinwiddie, to be honest with you. He has a bigger name, but I don't know if he's I don't even know if he's better than Spencer Dinwiddie.
Yeah, I mean,
I would say he's a better defender, but outside of that, I don't know.
Some of these guys, think about it. Some of these guys, we got to be honest.
He got more hops, I guess.
We laughed at some of these. Remember when Henson was, what's his name, from Atlanta was asking for all that money? He was like, how's he going to try to get a max deal? He's better than Ben Simmons.
Who, John Collins?
Yeah, I would take John Collins if I don't think Atlanta would make that deal, but I would take John Collins for Ben Simmons right now.
Plus, another thing is, like with Ben Simmons, is what position is he really? Is he really the point guard, or should he actually be like the power forward or something, or a small ball center? Because I don't really think he's a point guard. He's definitely not a 2 guard. We know that. We just established that he can't shoot from, he can't even make a layup now. His confidence is shot. So where do you actually put him on the court? Small forward or power forward?
he's kind of it's weird that a guy with his talent, his size, he played in an era where it's open floor and 3-point shooting
Yeah,
and individual creativity, create your own shot, so to speak, I should say.
yeah.
And he could create his own shot as far as getting to the rack. He could do that. But how can you not adapt your game for the last 5? He's been the same player for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't improved at all,
No.
really, at all. And so what are you doing? I mean, do you love the game?
That's
Do you
true.
love the game? Do you love the game?
I don't think so, man.
Think about it.
You ever seen his documentary?
No, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
So
He seemed like one of those dudes that just decided to play because he woke up 6'10" or whatever it is.
He was in LSU, and he's the first player in college history that he didn't qualify to be National Player of the Year because his grades was too low. The first player in the history of college.
That's sad.
He wouldn't even go to class. He wouldn't go to class. Like they had him in his own documentary. He's like, I don't even know why I'm in this school. I come here for basketball. I don't come here for school.
Then sit out. Don't go to college.
He had that same attitude all the way through, man.
He could overseas for 1 year, like kid R.J. Hampton did.
Yeah, he could have did that.
And then came back and said, "What's your time in college?" And using somebody's scholarship that could went to me or you or somebody else.
Yep, he was
busting our butts for that scholarship. Come on, man. He didn't want to be there.
By doing that, he participated in killing my boy Antonio Blakeney's career, right? Because Blakeney followed him there. LSU. Now you follow a dude like that, y'all both top recruits, and he ain't even committed.
Nope.
So now what ended up happening is Ben Simmons was, because of who he was always going to be a high draft pick regardless. Blakeney ended up suffering because now you see Ben Simmons and Blakeney on LSU and they can't win a game.
Nope.
LSU was terrible. Yeah. So now people putting all that on Blakeney. Ben Simmons was already penciled in as the number 1 pick, number 2 pick.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see LSU losing. It's like, man, this Blakeney kid ain't as good as we thought he was.
Right. It's tough.
I think Ben Simmons was him. He really needs to take a hard look. And I hope this doesn't become a trend with players where they don't get me wrong. I'm all for people, making decisions, having that run. But listen, dude, all right, if you work a regular job and you get another regular job, okay, fine. If me or any of us was making $40 million a year and they told us that in our spare time we need to learn how to do the jump shot and they was going to hire somebody to help us learn and all this stuff, and then we decide not to try and they listen and then say we ain't coming, you really deserve to get fired, realistically, because they trying to do everything for this man, even sitting there because they know the truth. Doc Rivers getting, we would love to have him back. We're going to do Joel Embiid. We think really what they want to say is this dude was a bum. He stunk out there. And now we got to do damage control and we got to talk nice to him to get this bum to come back.
Plus, you got to get his trade value up. You can't run around saying we want him out of here because now I'm really going to lowball you if I'm another team.
You really think Doc Rivers wants to deal with this? Or Joel Embiid or any of them dudes really want to deal with this nonsense?
Embiid released some statements. He had a lot to say about it, about Simmons. The only thing I disagree with Embiid on is Embiid was saying that throughout Ben Simmons, pretty much like most of his career, they customized the team around Ben Simmons' needs. To some degree they did, but I don't know if that's necessarily the case either, because you think about it, I thought Philly's weakness for a long time was shooting. And with Ben Simmons, we just established that he can't shoot. So if you're customizing the team around Ben Simmons, you need shooters. Look what Milwaukee did with Giannis, right? They went out and got all shooters. So now that paint opens up. So I disagree with Embiid there, where he said Ben Simmons' whole career in Philly, they customized the team around him because I thought Philly went too many years without having enough shooters.
He could have a point, though. You know why? Because think about it. In those early years when they got Simmons, they had draft picks. So every year you get a draft pick in the top 30. They have never drafted a point guard. So every time it's been geared around the idea that he's going to handle the ball.
I agree with that part of it, yeah.
They could have had any one of these dudes, like in the 15s or 16s, the Halliburton, the dude on Detroit. They could have had any one of these point guards that they wanted to, any one in the teams, because they always finished at that spot or the 20s, but they never drafted one because they were catering to this dude, letting them handle the ball when they could have got a guard who could handle the ball and shoot and made him do something else.
That part I agree with. I just think like the team wasn't fully built around him. I stayed on the Milwaukee route and just got him shooters. They wouldn't even have, if they were completely building the team around his needs, they wouldn't have had Embiid.
Well, yeah.
Now you got, think about it. That's when Embiid really got upset when they started to try to go that route because they made Embiid go out to the perimeter.
Yeah.
And when Doc got there, that's when he moved Embiid back to the paint and Embiid, produced.
That's probably
a hell of a season.
That might be one of the reasons why Ben Simmons wants out of there too, because I don't think Doc Rivers is going to make this team around him. But I don't know.
That way.
I don't know what team I heard the Spurs made an offer for Ben Simmons, but realistically, all they could offer is young guys and some picks. They wasn't going to give him 5 draft picks for Ben Simmons, and they wasn't going to give up. Like you're not going to give him Keldon Johnson, DeJounte Murray. Yeah, they wanted every one of them. Keldon Johnson. They wanted Larry Walker, DeJounte Murray, White, and 5 draft picks. So you want
guy averaging 14 points.
Yeah. So you want a point guard, two guards, a backup point, a 3, and 5 draft picks for a guy that's going 40. They do that. The Spurs could be in the lottery. That'll help them out.
Right.
Number 1 pick.
Let me tell you guys something, man. Ben Simmons knew he needed a jump shot going into the draft.
Yeah.
So now 4 or 5 years later, you still ain't got a jump shot yet. Ben Simmons is the reason why they got rid of Jimmy Butler.
Yep.
A lot of people said that Embiid tried to say indirectly, and people confirmed it.
Yeah.
So the team has been catering around Ben Simmons, which I understand because he's a young kid, he's more versatile, higher skill set. So I get that. I'm not looking at the team. They're in shambles now. They're in disarray.
Yep.
And he's he's just immature for a pro athlete. That's what he is, man. Listen, it's called criticism, bro.
Yeah.
You are the second best player in the team, and you get an opportunity to, carry the team or produce. You got the ball in a post and then turn around to the basket by yourself, and you pass it up to give to somebody else who all you got to do is scoop on the basket and missed it.
I've subbed kids out of the game for that.
Come on. So I mean, you did it to yourself, man.
Yeah.
You didn't get better, and you play in Philadelphia. It's a tough town, man. You got to improve. Take criticism, and of course, what he said did help out. When Embiid said initially after the game didn't help out either, but that's called emotions, man. Guys just finished playing like 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Of course, they're gonna tell you how you feel. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I understand that though, man. But listen, man. You played high level basketball, man. You pay for Philly, a crazy ass town. You don't take no mess from any ball player who ain't producing. So just show more tough skin, man. Join the team, man, and make it work.
So I got another question about this. With Anthony Davis and with Ben Simmons, is this going to become a trend with their clients? Where they don't like what's going on, unhappy, and every year they're going to be trying to force somebody out of a deal or force somebody out of a location?
Yeah.
It seems like that's what they do.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a good thing for them, for that agency. That's what they're kind of sort of becoming known for.
Yeah.
It is known for that.
I mean, eventually the owner's going to get together on that one and be like, you know what? We're just not going to deal with it.
Because even as part of the Ben Simmons thing, wasn't they talking about this dude maybe looking to get Tyrese Maxey out of there? And
they
end up supposedly kind of walking back on that statement, retracting it, or at least in rumors. But it's kind of crazy. I thought Maxey was kind of tied to it too. We may have to get him out of here.
Yeah, I want to get all my clients off of Philly. the thing is, I mean, Tyrese Maxey sitting there like, yeah, I got kind of a spot here in the role.
Right.
And everything.
Good.
If Simmons leaves, that opens up more minutes for him.
Yeah. So you trying to basically ruin my career to help out enough. But then again, like that goes back to Nerlens Noel. I mean, the star players, you're gonna cater on the move. The rest of us is domino pieces. So you're gonna move me because Ben Simmons gotta leave.
Right.
Tyrese Max is just a chip or a domino piece in the Ben Simmons thing. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he said something like that again. I might have to consider switching agents or something because
right.
You can't just decide you want to move me or get me out of here because this guy. I didn't say I want to leave.
Especially if he leaves, he's opening up. That opens up minutes for you. That's 40-something minutes. Ben Simmons playing 40 minutes a game or more. So now that's 40 minutes potentially for you.
Yeah, they were playing Maxey. He was a big part of the team.
He sure was.
And his role would increase with no Ben Simmons. Yeah. That's 4 minutes. He's going to get at least 20-something minutes a game with no Ben Simmons there.
So think about it. You cutting down my role, cutting down my potential earning opportunities, all types of stuff because you want to tie me to this other dude. Nah, I have to really consider that. And then you got to go back and think about what Nerlens Noel said. They wasn't even looking for deals for him or something. Telling him don't take deals. He couldn't even get on the phone with him or something.
How much did he say he lost?
40.
Yeah, that's a lot, man.
Well, they gave him bad advice, dude. Real bad advice. Like he had a couple of deals that he just didn't take. Like the first one was the Dallas one. You remember that? Dallas he turned down. Then I heard he turned OKC had a better deal for me. Turned that one down on their advice. He's just lucky that the Knicks decided to give him a couple of years because think about it. He's never really
gave him a good contract.
Yeah, he never really made that big money anywhere. He got 1-year deals, 2-year deals. This might be the most money he ever made with the Knicks right now.
And that's what, like 3 for 30 or something like that? Yeah, so he got a decent deal now.
Yeah.
Yeah, friendly deal for the Knicks. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So I'm glad he's back. He played good for us.
Yeah, he did.
A friendly deal for the Knicks turned out to be the best deal of his career. So that works out better for good for both people. So.
Yeah, agree.
But these dudes, they really need to think about what they're going to do with that agency and how they're going to go about doing that. Because I agree, if things ain't working out, maybe you need to split up. But I wouldn't want my name mentioned in your whole deal. If Ben Simmons went out, let it be Ben Simmons. Don't say
right. Yeah, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I'm bad. With my clients out there. I'm looking like, wait a minute.
That's bad business, man.
Yeah, because it's sad to say, how people are. Doc Rivers probably went up to him like, "Yeah, is there a problem?" He's like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Right.
So, any reason your management's asking Tyrese Maxey now why he wants to leave? He's like, "I never said that."
Yeah, bad business.
Definitely.
Man, so. Right now, man? What's about? Glad we got to talk again. We're back at it, man.
Yeah, man. Feels good.
Give me some closing statements for this week, man.
I'm looking forward to the preseason games. I think my Knicks come on what, the 5th? Is our first preseason game. So I'm excited. NBA season rolling back around. Then we got the Yankees wild card game. So things are looking good for New York sports. Jets got to win. So looking good.
Yeah, man. Listen, we got a big fight coming up this Saturday. The Wilder fight for the third time. Yankees in the postseason. And, I guess, listen, it's good being back on the show, man. That's what's up.
Hey, man, I'm glad that we back at it, man. I wanted to tell you to Yes and MSG to stop messing around. Every time I look on the screen, I see cable's about to lose this channel.
Yeah. That's every year to do that, right? Every 2 years to do that, man. I understand.
Listen, stop trying to prevent us from watching our local teams. Get that act together because we want to see the Knicks and the Nets this year.
Right, exactly.
Hey, good guys. Listen, it was great talking to you, man. Great show.
Yeah, man. Had a good time, man.
All right, man.
Have a good one.